Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Okay, so a lot of you guys have said that this stretch of episodes that's going to close out season 4 is incredible.
We're heading towards the end of the season here. We're only
So 20.
20. Yeah, so we only have a few left.
Yeah, and this is it for Sorkin.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a big flourish at the end when he knew he wasn't coming back. I don't know when he decided he wasn't coming back. Maybe it was about the same time Rob Lowe did, so it might have been early in the season.
Sure.
Maybe it's not till the season. He's like, you know what? I should probably go too. I could use a break from this.
I get it, right? I mean, he's did four years of what is that, like 100 episodes of
Yeah,
shows? You know what I mean?
he did. Yeah, this is probably close to 100 episodes,
Right?
So, but maybe around 90.
90.
But he wrote the bulk of it. As well as producing it. There's a lot of work that went into this. At the beginning of the show, he was writing for 2 shows, which is kind of amazing when he's doing the bulk of the writing.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say write a movie, Mr. Sorkin, which he obviously does really well. It's another thing to be like, oh, by the way, we need 24 episodes of an hour-long television series that you need to crank out for us.
I wonder if it was like he wanted to do more of that, right? Because I mean, I would imagine like if you're writing a script for a film and he's very meticulous, you probably want to put all your focus into that, you know? Because I'm sure in the downtime, when this show is not on air, he's probably working on the next season. You know, he never gets to stop working on the West Wing, so he probably wanted to go on and write scripts, which he did, and he got an Oscar out of it.
Yeah, he had he required a lot of extracurricular help just to get through it, the not healthy kind.
Yeah, I think by this point he kicked it.
Had he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I read into it. It was a famous thing. He got busted, and
oh, did he? Okay.
Yada yada yada.
I mean, I knew it was no secret.
Yeah, exactly. He's been very candid about it. Yeah. But regardless, I want to see his great send off. You know,
for sure.
I'm really excited because somebody on Patreon said this is basically like a long film.
That's
the
cool.
Next stretch of episodes. Basically, that's how they see it. And yeah, I've loved this season so far. Season 4 has been one of my favorite seasons. I still think I'm in the season 2 camp.
I love season 2 an awful lot.
I think season 2 is like legitimately a perfect season of television.
Yeah, it's right up there for sure.
But season 4 has been fantastic, and I really love that they're going out with a bang. And the last episode was no exception. It just goes to show that like nothing goes to plan. Nothing goes to plan in the West Wing. Yeah, I mean?
that's kind of the fun of it. And also the stretches into reality. It's like you get up in the morning as the president, your day doesn't go exactly how you think it's going to go most of the time because the world is happening.
Sometimes you're on a plane for 20 hours.
Right.
You know?
We do want to go ahead and welcome Ryan, Rosalind, Dallas, Marty McGee, Nicholas Grady, Shelby Gentry, and Brittany out of our Patreon group. Thank you so much, guys. We are very happy you joined us.
Yes, we are. If you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you'd like the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please, 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 the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including The West Wing, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon if we're on YouTube. So if you get done watching this on YouTube and want to keep going, you will do it there. You will absolutely have to bring your own source material to sync and watch along with. You're only going to see it here as for copyright purposes. We are also currently watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive.
Evidence of things not seen. Also, we're not supposed to look at the guest list this.
Okay. I usually don't. I usually don't read the bottom, and I like the surprise of it. Plus, I'm focused on what's going on with the cast.
Can you give us a little bit of Jean-Paul there?
I cannot stay. It is Zoe. I'm the most beautiful Frenchman you've ever seen, and I want to kiss you on your face again. Where did you pack the cow?
CJ believes that at the exact moment of the vernal equinox,
and only at that moment,
you can stand an egg vertically. You tried it?
I don't need to try it. You can't stand an egg on its end.
I believe that. Yeah. Plus, they're all differently shaped.
Yeah.
Counsel's office wants to know if you can meet with a candidate for the associate's position tonight. So can I take your seat when you're not playing?
I miss Ainsley.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's not even on the show anymore. Yeah.
We just lost an unmanned spy plane. The plane was taking pictures of illegal nuclear transfers in the region. And I need the intelligence because I don't think we're going to get it again.
Right.
Wait, you're serious? They want me to call Shagarin?
Yes.
And ask him for the plane back without telling him we were spying?
It's like a weather thing or something.
Yeah.
It was a weather balloon.
The drone.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get somebody to stand in as a Ainsley replacement, it sounds like.
I wonder who they're going to get.
I'm not looking at the credits.
Yeah.
I will maintain eye level only. I usually do get surprised because I'm so wrapped up in whatever's being said at the time. Because they run the guest list pretty long into the episode.
I only ignore it when they tell us to.
Will, why are you dressed like an officer in the Air Force?
I'm an officer in the Air Force.
You're a reservist?
Yes, sir.
Who's scared of flying.
Yeah.
We weren't spying on Russia. We were spying for Russia. And they've got a suspect in Berlin who was trying to explode a device at the Brandenburg Gate.
Oh, well.
Yeah, hot spots all over.
The guy's in the Roosevelt room.
Which guys is?
For the associate counsel, John. There are some who would consider him handsome. I don't personally, because you're the only one I think is handsome.
Oh, so it's a hottie. They got a guest star that's a hottie for sure.
Excuse me?
Oh my God! No!
No, I'm Joe Quincy.
R.I.P. my man.
Yeah. I had no idea.
I didn't either. I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't see it. That was nice to see.
Then the Solicitor General's office. Why'd you leave the Solicitor General's office?
You appointed a new Solicitor General.
You forgot to sign the bottom of the questionnaire, the SF-86. Gotta sign your name.
There's a reason. There's a reason he didn't sign his name. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
There's going to be a problem.
This explains the Studio 60 connection, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
This is the Bradley Whitford as well, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Our UAVs have self-detonating capability, and only our folks know how to make
Okay,
it
that's good.
de-operational.
What was the other mission?
Taking satellite pictures of coastal erosion in the Baltic Sea.
Oh, okay.
I
Not
tell him
weather.
it was an environmental mission.
So is that a bad idea? It's not a bad idea at all.
There are dumber things they could have said.
Yeah.
I think it's not really part of Russia, so you can't be mad. Was a dumber one.
Yeah.
You've already talked to Judy Wells?
Yes.
And Oliver Babish?
So Babish is still there.
I hope we see him again, for sure.
$1 for every card that hits the 5th round?
Open the door, there's still some press around. And I say that neither of you can hit the 5th row.
Oh my God!
Somebody's shooting!
That came out of nowhere. Yeah.
Mr. President,
What the hell?
step away from the window, please.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to call you back.
We've got the suspect in custody as well as a high-powered rifle.
Where's Charlie?
He's somewhere in the building.
You know, if Charlie heard there were bullets, he's going to overpower who's ever trying to... Come here.
Yeah. Give me a hug.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, buddy.
The bomb in
was wondering-
Malaysia. and
I
another
didn't
in
even think about
Berlin.
that.
This
Yeah.
is just a crazy guy, Leo.
The head of the Office of Insular Affairs was picked off
Come on.
by a sniper, Mr. President.
Shut it down. Crash it.
It's like a thriller.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Weapon was a modified M16.
We haven't confirmed any
Jeez.
ballistics.
Oh,
Tell your
yeah.
friends to stop saying it was an M16.
Somebody shot at the White House?
Yeah.
From where?
The street, Pennsylvania Avenue.
Did you hear
Is
the
this a normal
shots?
thing?
No, but I heard a brass quintet playing the first Noel.
Oh. That's a really good callback there.
Fantastic callback.
What do you think of this guy?
I don't know, I haven't been talking to him now. A really good baseball player is standing in the other team's locker room for the first time.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that.
Yeah, something's up.
There may not be anything anymore that outpaces the hatred the right feels for the left or the tonnage of disrespect the left feels for the right. 20,000 specific threats made against U.S. targets every year.
People get arrested all the time on making threats like that.
It's good. Honestly, it's not funny.
Yeah.
President Chigarin, it's Jet Bartlett again. A little while ago, an unmanned BUAV drone crashed, we think, somewhere inside Kaliningrad.
And now things get awkward.
We'd like to send a special operations team 10 kilometers west of Borsakova to retrieve it.
I like this cat and mouse we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Like a serious version of
Great
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
Our UAVs have a self-detonating capability, and our people know how to disarm it.
Tell us how to disarm it then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your experts wouldn't mind talking through the
Yeah.
steps with our experts.
I don't know if that was Tom and Knowledge that he campaigned on that, but
Oh, yeah.
they should have vetted that.
I mean, maybe he didn't actually campaign on that. He's just calling their bluff.
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
2 guys failed to follow through on an order to fire their rockets at what was thought to be an incoming ballistic missile from North Korea.
50 Minutemen they're arming, and is anyone saying this doesn't make sense?
2 guys in the silo.
Oh, my God.
A meteor fell from the sky, the result being that 2 guys are going to get court-martialed. The only 2 guys who apparently thought it was strange. We failed both on a mechanical and human level.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. I was just gonna call you.
Were you?
Yeah, I'm going to France for 3 months.
Oh,
Oh.
Why don't you like him?
I don't like him. I don't. Sorry to those Jean Paul fans out there.
He's a snob. He's an insufferable snob, is why I don't like him.
Truly.
There is simply no way an American UAV could have been
Yelling
near
pretty
the
loud at
finished
Leo
part.
now. Sir, we were taking pictures of Kaliningrad.
It's coming clean.
The materials are being sold to non-governmental elements, and well, that's what we were doing. So we're going to share the pictures we got, not the technology we used to get them. We're going to have to trust each other.
0% chance a conversation like this is going to happen today. 0% chance.
There's something. A guy disqualified, I'd know who he was. Something's wrong.
So he's not getting hired because he'd be on the show.
There was something I forgot to ask you. Are you a registered Democrat?
No.
Like Ainsley, he's a Republican.
You're a Republican.
Yes.
Joe, it's fine. Ainsley Hayes was a Republican.
If you're a Republican, then you damn well better look like Ainsley Hayes.
He does.
Yeah.
Why do you want to work here? Why not the private sector?
I'm on my way to New York.
They're going to offer you $225,000 a year. Is this your fallback?
They're my fallback. I like public service. I want to serve, and you guys are the only ones left.
Look at this guy. Yeah.
Man.
It might be like Ainsley, where he's only in and out very
I
infrequently.
would love it if Matthew Perry's here.
You really want to work with us?
Yes.
I'm recommending you to Leo.
Yes, I like this.
He would fit like a glove.
I assumed because he was such a big star that this would be a one-off with him and he wouldn't get hired.
Friends is over.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I've searched Equinox and Egg, and the news isn't good for the believers.
This has to be one of the silliest misconceptions around, and it never seems to die.
This is like pre-Reddit.
Yeah, exactly. This is the internet. Yeah.
See you in the morning.
I'd say there's a good chance it's going to work now because listen to the music.
Yep.
It's good to believe.
Yeah.
Metaphor.
Which you talked about earlier.
Or symbolism.
Well.
And it's on a felt table. There's no way that's level. It was a cool last shot.
It was a really good shot.
A lot of symbolism in this episode.
I liked it. I liked that Sorkin's really pouring his heart for the last few episodes of the season.
Yeah, that was really solid.
That was really good, man.
And Matthew Perry, who obviously made his biggest bones as a sitcom actor, really fit in well right here. I can see why Aaron Sorkin would cast him in a different show.
He delivers like lines very well. Even on Friends, he kind of felt like he was a little overqualified.
Yeah, he was. I always felt like
the strongest of the cast.
I did. I felt like he was the strongest actor on the cast.
And like we said before, we have not seen Studio 60. Right. Something that I'm curious about doing on the channel. Like I said, down the road, there's a lot of shows we want to get to before we get to that one. We just love Sorkin.
Yeah.
But I do want to see him in the Sorkin zone more. Like sure. I want to see him deliver that dialogue. And if he is on the show, then obviously looks like he's only going to be in 3
sporadic.
episodes.
Yeah. I don't think he joins the cast. Like I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll be in as many episodes as Ainsley was.
Exactly. But even if he does join the cast in like season 5 or 6, whatever, he's not going to have the Sorkin dialogue, so it'll be different.
Well, I think the dialogue's going to be close. I don't think it's going to wander away. Dialogue,
like a true collaboration between the Sorkin. Like this was that, but like I do want to see that. That'd be a great project. Mm-hmm. I think Matthew Perry he can really he just flies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
Fast talker, and I think Sorkin writes that type of character very well.
Well, and Sorkin, and one of the things that makes this cast so great is you have to be able to really balance drama and comedy and move seamlessly back and forth in between them.
Yes.
And obviously Matthew Perry as an actor fits that mold perfectly.
And I really don't think he's been in dramatic material.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
I know he was in like The Whole Nine Yards. That's a comedy, you know. Like,
yeah, I mean, like he did a lot of romantic comedies too. I think after Friends,
he did. He did Almost Famous, or not Almost Famous. Almost Heroes with Chris Farley.
Oh, I did not see that.
It's not Chris Guest movie. Yeah, I know.
I've heard nothing good about it. I mean, it's a Chris Farley 90s, right? Is it 90s or is it 2000s?
That was one of my childhood.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's not great. Anyways, but Perry, talented guy. I mean, honestly, a true loss.
Oh, absolutely.
So if he does show up again, I'm very much looking forward to it.
I feel like he will. I feel like it'd be weird to end his arc there on him getting the job. It may be something small, right? They may use him in the next couple episodes on something they're really focused on. I don't know what that would be. And then he kind of vanishes. Like he's going to go work in the basement. Ainsley was there but not there for a good solid 2 seasons, right? Or she was came on season 2, right? And
I believe it was 2. Middle of 2?
And this is the first time we haven't mentioned she's actually gone from the show, I think. Then she would pop in and out.
Yeah.
And maybe he does that, but again, I don't think he's going to spend a lot of time on the show.
It's kind of hard to discern when things happen on the show because like one season is like 2 seasons of a regular show. You know,
Right,
it's
long,
so
yeah.
many episodes. But yeah, and I do think the strongest scene in this episode was definitely the Faith speech.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
About the guys in the sub. I love that type of like conflict. It's why we love Strangelove, or I love a film called Failsafe, which came out the same year as Strangelove, based on Strangelove is 2 books. It's based off of Failsafe is just based off one of those books, and it's very interesting. It's a really nice if you want to do like really dark, depressing double feature, bang those both out in one night. You'll stay awake for the rest of the evening. But I love that. I love that you have the cynic in Toby,
right,
and the optimist in CJ, and they both are so valid. You know,
sure. The conversation they were having was very reminiscent of the season 3 fake premiere of after post World Trade Center. Isaac and Ishmael. It was they were kind of on the same sides in this one that they were in that one, as far as what the government can and should do for you.
Sure.
The military can and should do for you.
Yeah.
But no, this was utterly fantastic. Kind of looking forward to see what this final arc is going to be, because I feel like they set up some stuff, and there's going to be something obviously at this point legally important. I don't know what it's going to be with Matthew Perry here.
Sure.
To kind of wrap out the season.
Do you think we return to the Sharif situation at all?
That might be him. Yeah, the Sharif situation could be him. It could finally come out, and he's got to play president's lawyer on this.
Because they brought it up. I want to say it was like 5 episodes ago, 6 episodes. It was mentioned around the time. It was around the time we started getting into Kumar.
Right.
We were kind of I know we were talking about that episode. We were kind of talking about like these 2 things coming out at the same time. So it might have been more than 5 episodes ago. It was a while ago. We brought it up, but it was still in this season. So for them to go out on that note, maybe pick it back up again in season 5. That would be interesting.
Right. I mean, we got to have something happen the rest of it.
Exactly.
This last 3 or 4 episodes we have here.
Yeah, and but regardless, whatever route they want to go, I'm fine with it, because Sorkin's going to land the plane. Sorkin's always delivers.
Yeah, absolutely. I really look forward to it.
See you guys.
Take care.